If you've ever been called too girly or felt judged for expressing yourself through soft colors, makeup, or fashion, especially as a Black woman, you are not imagining it. Hi, Balance Beauties, and welcome back to Balance Motherhood. So, today I'm going to be discussing a topic that was suggested by one of my new subscribers. Her name is La Rose or La Rose. I'm not sure, but I love the way that sounds. But to make a long story short, I'm going to be doing a video for her to cover one of the topics that she has suggested. So I'm going to read over this comment and the topic suggestion so you can get an idea of what I'll be talking about today. So she says, dealing with judgment as a woman with a more so feminine, traditional lifestyle or look. I'm what people call a girly girl, and I've definitely noticed pushback against Black women in those spaces. For example, I've seen Black women who try the Kawaii makeup look or whatever it may be get so much unnecessary heat. Okay, so first off, I had to go and look up what the Kawaii makeup look is because I almost thought that she tried to write Hawaii, and that's me. That is my ignorance. Okay, please forgive me. I am like busy with kids most of the day, and I love makeup. Don't get me wrong, but I do not know every single makeup look. So I actually went and looked it up. And I'm going to see if I can put up a image or a couple images that I found on Pinterest so you can see what the kawaii makeup look is. So that way you can know what I'm referring to. Because I'm pretty sure, please don't tell me I'm the only one that doesn't know what the kawaii makeup look is. Okay, please don't tell me. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only balanced beauty that doesn't know about it. Okay. So forgive me, littles. Okay. That I did not know, but I did go and do my research. Okay. So from what I see, the kawaii makeup look, let's start there. It's cute as heck. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Japanese makeup style, more for like what you would see people that like anime may put on. Okay. I'm not completely into anime, so I don't do the kawaii makeup look, but I can see how it is very interesting. And I watched a couple tutorials and I'm like, that is cute. First of all, those are some cute looks. I don't know if I'll ever do it in like a real life like makeup look because I think this looks good on camera. I'm not sure. So maybe this would be fun. Maybe I'll try it out and I'll post a picture in this video. Okay. If I do a good job, let me know. Okay. If I don't, just pretend I never did it and just skip over the picture. Okay. I'm not sure if I will. Even if I don't post it here, maybe I'll post it in a community tab. Okay. I think that'll be fun. But anyway, let's get started on this video. That is just my commentary for the kawaii makeup. I think it's really cute, honestly. What I want to mention, because this video really is about a Black woman, and I am a Black woman. So I know exactly what she means when she says, like, you get pushback based off trying to be, not trying, you actually are feminine. But when you show up that way in person and it's very visible, and you can't, like, it's something that is undeniably beautiful, you will be judged. And from what I've seen, honestly, we have to be honest, like there is a double standard where if there is a woman of a different race that shows up that way, she is not critiqued as much as if she was a Black woman. Now, there are some things that I have noticed. And one of the things I have noticed when it comes to that is that if you are in a more fit body, you will not be judged as much when you are dressing and looking feminine. You normally get more pushback when you are a heavier size. And I don't know, La Rose, I don't know your size or anything like that at all. But in most cases, that's when they do that because they think that they can. They think that they can test you that way. And most women that do show up feminine like that, and they are in the best shape that they can be in. And we all know what that looks like, a healthy BMI, okay? Less, not skinny fat, but like a very healthy BMI.
Protein, protein, protein. Protein is so important when you're trying to get skinny, because tell me why I have always looked at the naturally skinny girls. I always felt like they were skinny, but something about them wasn't giving toned Victoria's Secret model, giving, yeah, I'm naturally skinny, yeah, like I look like this. You know why? It's because they're called skinny fat. You will have a naturally skinny body, but you will also have not a lot of muscle either, so your body isn't toned. Us skinny girls on Skinny Talk and anyone else who likes to watch my videos, we want to be toned. We want to have that definition, that body, like we want the curves, but like the fit curve. I'm not telling you to eat like protein bars every single day, but if you want to make the active effort to maintain the muscle that you have and maybe even build more, maybe build up your back a little bit, you keep some toned arms, you need to be consuming protein. Make sure you try to prioritize it throughout the day.
A good amount of muscle tone. So, you have good facial structure, you have a small waist, things like that. People will not directly come to you and say like, you think you cute. Like, people are not going to say that to you. It's very less likely for that to happen to you. I'm not saying that it will never happen to you, because it is possible that it can, but it is less likely for people to think that they can test you in that way. And that's what I have noticed from my weight loss personally. Historically, Black women, I can say in general, I can say we presented ourselves more as like the strong and stoic type, looking as though you can take on the world, or like you're just ready for anything that comes and you can handle anything. Versus when you present more softer or more feminine, and it can be seen as more of like luxury. And in history, if Black women showed up as soft, when they looked at it as a luxury, they also looked at it as though it was not meant for us, because we were looked down on. Because at one point in time, Black women were also slaves. So once we were not slaves anymore, they still felt like we didn't deserve that. And that still travels into today's beauty standards, where I even notice it sometimes in fashion models, where the Black woman, especially if she's a runway model, she has to have no hair. That is one of the things I hated about seeing. Now, I love Black women. I'm a Black woman. I love seeing us on TV and magazines. But I never understood why we always had to shave our heads. I do know now, because I'm more mature, and I understand the reason is that we are uniquely beautiful. And a lot of people cannot handle our beauty. So they have to do things like make us look masculine in ways like making us shave our heads, when every other woman on a runway has hair, has flowing hair, has long hair, has any hair, for crying out loud. We have to show up bald, which is very masculine. Not saying that a woman can't be beautiful bald, but it comes off initially as masculine. And that's one of the ways they loved to take away our beauty, is by taking our hair. So when you show up in all of your glory with hair on your head, having it look good and match you, it actually matches your aesthetic. And you're beautiful. You're wearing soft colors, pinks, baby blues. Listen, people don't want to see that. It bothers them. It makes them feel uncomfortable, because they really don't think you deserve to be that way. This makes me think about the Harlem Renaissance, where if you take it and reflect it back onto today's times, where the soft era was criticized, but the boss babe was celebrated. It's because they really like to see Black women as strong and independent, but they don't want to see us as soft and being taken care of. They don't want to see that. That bothers them. I can say one of the things for me that I notice is that, yes, I do have a little small business. Okay. I like my small business. Okay. I call it a small business because that's what it is. Okay. But when I show up in places like Target, when I go out to cafes and I meet people, and for some reason, the first thing they ask me is, "Are you going to work?" It's because they assume because I'm a Black woman, I have to have a job if I look good, if I'm dressed. If I have on a nice outfit, I have to be going to work because they always think that we're out here hustling. They think that we are out here hitting the pavements and putting our hands to work because that's what they think we are supposed to be doing. So some people just look at you and they just don't think that you deserve that based off your skin complexion. And that's one of the things that we have to change the narrative of. The way to do that is to show up. Show up in your makeup. Show up in your kawaii makeup. They need to see more of us doing our makeup, having our hair look nice, and taken care of, wearing soft colors. They need to see more of that to accept it. And honestly, everybody is not going to accept it because that would just be a perfect world. And we don't live in one of those. So, what you have to do is you just have to keep showing up confidently as you. A lot of times you'll see more of the criticizing on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. You may see more of that critique because there is an abundance of people saying it at one time. But if you walk around in real life that way, you're less likely for people to be bold enough to walk up to you and say anything about your makeup style. Like Kawaii, from what I see, is a very hyper feminine makeup style. Is soft. It's like the soft aesthetic, like I was talking about earlier. And like I said, when you show up that way, people are not going to criticize you to your face unless they're crazy. People do not criticize me to my face. And I don't know if I have a RB face. I think y'all know what that means. I don't know if I have that or people just look at me and be like, she just not the one to play with. I don't know which one it is. But when I do my makeup, people do not say stuff to me. They just don't. If anything, they're complimenting me. The only time you normally will get that in real life is when it's somebody they think they're too comfortable with you. Like maybe if you go to a family gathering or something and they may say something to you. But what I say is make sure you're taking the time out to do scripting. So one of the things I used to do early on when I started to lose weight is I was scripting. So I would write down things to say when somebody had something negative to say about me losing weight, when somebody has something negative to say about me doing my hair a certain way, or always doing my nails, or always doing my makeup. You have to have those witty comebacks because in the moment you might stop in your footsteps and like overthink yourself like, did I do too much today? Or oh my goodness, like maybe I shouldn't have put this on. Maybe I'm overdressed, things like that. Do not second guess yourself. Don't do it. Make sure you're journaling and affirming yourself that this is who you are. You're going to always be beautiful. You're going to always do your makeup. You're always going to show up soft because this is the woman that either you are becoming or the woman that you already are. So you have to make sure that you're walking in that. And the more that you affirm it to yourself, the more people will believe it, the more that it will show to other people. So they won't even step to you that way. I don't know what era you're in right now. I assume that you're in the era of softness. And like I said, that makes people extremely uncomfortable. But what you have to understand is that that is not your burden to carry. However, people feel about you when you know that you're leveling up and taking care of yourself is their problem to deal with. So you have to just brush that off and ignore it because It never stops. Even if they don't verbally say it to you, they may think it, and their face expression might say it for you, because we already know body language speaks louder than words. So even if they don't say it to you, they may be thinking it. But that is not your job to deal with that. Other people's opinion of you is not your business.
Nothing makes me scared. Do you see my hands? Do they look like they shaking to you?
And to see it on a black woman, first of all, I'm going to find some pictures of black women with this style because I'm pretty sure we ate that. I'm pretty sure we ate that already. So I'm going to put up some images here so you can see as well. Okay. So you can see it in your own skin complexion, because it is beautiful, and it's your self expression. It's your personal power. And that's something that you have to own, baby. So here are some of the ways that I think that you can overcome maybe them feelings of like insecurity in that moment. Is one of the things that you can do if you decide that you do want to say something. Like I said, make sure you are writing down, you are what's the word for, you are scripting. So making sure you're writing down, like if the person said it very disrespectfully, you need to have a comeback ready. Just load it in the gun. Because honey, when you look good, they might say something. Okay. So you just need to be ready. Or if someone says it to you and you don't want to hurt their feelings, and they say it in a way of like maybe you caught them off guard or something, you can just be honest and just say, "This is the way I like to be because it makes me happy, honey. And I'm doing it not because I need your approval. I'm doing it because I like it." Another way that you can overcome it is by surrounding yourself with other Black women that are embracing femininity. Like, I have completely let go of friends that are not feminine. And one of the reasons why I had to do that is because I started to see jealousy. And when people are jealous of you, it's no telling where that will go. So I personally told myself that I had to slowly separate myself from them. And that's what I have done. So my friends are feminine. So when I show up with my nails done, my hair done, everything did, they don't say anything negative. If anything, they trying to ask me what nail color is that? How did I do my hair like that? Oh, where did you get those shoes from? If anything, they are complimenting me for putting forth effort into my look. So it's really about community. Surround yourself with women that are embracing femininity. So I believe you're in the right place. I know I embrace femininity. So I'm so glad that you have come here, because you are welcome to be as beautiful as you like, because we love to see it. Another way I think you can overcome it is to start blocking people, girl. Hit the block button. You got to protect your peace. Even on social media, like I said, in those spaces, that's when people try to test you the most. So when you see that, let's say you post a cute picture on Instagram, if you see somebody commenting and it's negative, yeah, it's cute to get, comments and interactions. But if it's something that's messing up your peace, honey, block, mute, delete. Okay. I do that all the time because I don't have time for it. I don't even want to see anything like that on my page. So that's what I do. I feel like another way that I've been able to overcome those comments and things like that is like to have little small celebrations for myself, because I know personally I have come a long way. And LaRose, maybe you've come a long way too, and people are just not ready to accept who you have become. So in those moments, like, you need to start planning little small celebrations. Like on TikTok, I love to see girls take themselves out on a date. I love to see them go hang out with girls that are like minded. And they may do something as simple as just going to brunch and taking pictures. Okay, do little small things like that. Take yourself out, buy yourself flowers and your makeup with your heels on. Okay, it's really all about the mindset. But when you embody that, people are going to see it and they will respect you. If you don't take anything else away from this video, I do want you to just keep this in your mind, that femininity is not a weakness. Okay, it's not a weakness and it's not a crime. Femininity has always been a part of you as a Black woman from the beginning of time, even now. And even when they try to tell us otherwise, we already knew that we were feminine. Now, I've never asked you to do this before, but if you like this video, I want you to leave a heart emoji in the comment section. You don't have to comment any words if you don't want to. You don't have to say anything. But if you agree with me, leave a heart emoji and let La Rose know that there are other feminine women out there and we are supporting you, girl. We rooting for you. Okay? Thank you for listening all the way to the end of this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.